All right. I think, Cullen, we are live and ready to go. So it's great to be with you. I know we're just going to take a couple minutes here, but we've got a great leadership tip, don't we?
We do, and anytime anyone's looking to grow themselves to the next level, I know, Jim, just like you and Lisa building your business, Trinity and I were always searching for the top leadership tips that would make a dramatic difference in our growth pattern, right?
Yeah, I wanted to turn the 2 to 3 year plan into the 2 to 3 month plan. I was always trying to figure that out. But here it is. Here's the top leadership tip, Cullen, and let's see if we agree on this. Top leadership tip is get your new people to the leadership school. Would you agree with that?
100%. Absolute best use of everyone's time is getting to the leadership school. And you know what's so awesome about it, Jim, is that in today's world, coming out of, the pandemic, the doom and gloom, everything else, people are searching for top leadership tips outside of Market America, let alone we've got a whole school dedicated to it, and people are starving for this information, right?
Oh, they are. And you and I were talking about it. We both agreed. We said, okay, this is the top thing we can do with any new person is get them to the major event. I mean, I remember when I started, I didn't really think it was optional to go to the major event if you wanted to be successful. Now, you can't get anyone there who doesn't want to have success. But if somebody's coming in the business, if they're my new person, and you and I, you're the new person, Cullen. We've been talking and I'm going through, you mentioned earlier, the getting started guide. I like to do that before I bring somebody on, actually, the first part of it. And the reason I like to do that is because it shows me where they're at so I can match their goals. Well, if their goal is to be a certain level of success, then my answer back to them is you're going to need a ticket to the next major event. Now, not just the next major event, but your local, your regionals, your district, and the next major event. It's real important. You can't skip the others and just go to the big one. That's not how it works.
Absolutely.
But with that being said, that makes it a lot easier to move that ticket when you've already had a discussion about that. Why don't you share with me? You said some people get scared of telling people what they need to do. They're scared that the people may not come on, right?
Yeah, I believe people get scared because they're not following the getting started guide. To me, when Trinity and I were new at 24 years old, young people, this gave us the posture because it wasn't us just trying to sell somebody a ticket. It was, this is the system, like you just alluded to. You follow the system, you can check off the boxes with this, and you should expect to get the results that everybody who's checking off the boxes are going to get. You start taking shortcuts. I'm a big systems guy coming from like fixing things and standard operating procedures. And if you skip steps, the piece of equipment is probably going to break again in a way shorter period of time. Well, it's the same thing with the unfranchised system. Trinity and I always used to say to people, if you want to be a doctor, you got to go to med school. If you want to be a lawyer, you got to go to law school. Well, listen, if you're going to start a franchise, what do they make you do? They make you go to franchise school to learn how to run. You invested $1 million, but yet you still now have to go sit in a classroom and learn step by step how to run that, because they don't want to leave it up for chance, because the franchisor wants to make sure you're successful so they get paid and you get paid, right? Well, the unfranchised is the exact same thing. And so we have to set people up for success. And to me, it's the integrity behind what we do. You can't look people in the eye and say, you can be successful with what we do, but skip steps along the way. This is never going to happen. JR always had that great analogy too, Jim, of the staircase. People trying to go from the bottom all the way to the top and skip a bunch of steps. No one's ever, not even JR did it that way. He did it step by step, teaching us exactly how to do it.
Now, Cullen, you've been in the business a number of years now. You've met thousands and thousands of people. You're a member of our executive sales team. You're a director of the GMTSS. How many people have you ever seen become really successful in the business who did not go to the major events? How many? Zero.
That's
zero.
A big donut
That's
hole.
Two of us
Zero.
with big zeros. So to me, this makes it really simple. If I'm growing a team, which I am, just sponsored 2 people in a couple of weeks ago, they are both going to leadership school. That was part of the conversation ahead of time, what we were going to do, how we're going to do it. Because if I don't talk to them about going, if I don't work to get them there, I'm setting them up for failure versus setting them up for success. And it's funny, in all these years, there's many times I've pushed people to go. I mean, really pushed them and said, you really need to be there, and maybe got them out of their comfort zone a little bit. They may not have liked how hard I pushed sometimes, but afterwards they always thank you. I've never had anybody say, that was a bad decision, Cullen. They always say, thank you so much for taking the time and putting the effort into me to get in there. And I think, team, what Cullen and I really wanted to share with you is take that time, take that effort to get your people there.
Yeah, 100%. And Trinity and I've always guaranteed the ticket. Matter of fact, you're guaranteeing the ticket when you're like, they told me to guarantee it, but I'm not even sure yet myself for my first one. But to Jim's point, never had to give anybody their money back. Everybody had huge value. And anytime you compare our training system, folks, to other trainings in the world, to college, university, you name it, we are a step above. I'm telling you, people that have those degrees and then come to what we do and they say, I didn't teach any of this real world strategy stuff and what I learned in a book before. So you can hang your hat on knowing that we're setting you and the people you're bringing up for success, and doing this leadership school, Jim, in a completely different format. I mean, this isn't just like, just the basic 5 attitude, knowledge and stuff, which is what most of us are used to. This is a high-end leadership course where outside of Market America, people would be spending upwards of $2,000 to $3,000 to attend something for 3 days, similar to this, but not as high level of this. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
and
definitely
they wouldn't
want
be able to
be
do anything with it because they wouldn't have a business with it.
That's
We're
right.
teaching you what to do, how to do it, and then you have the business vehicle to do it with that. And again, it's going to be March 2nd through the 4th. It's in beautiful Hard Rock Cafe, and I call it the Cafe Hard Rock. What do we call it?
Casino.
Casino and Convention Center. Thank you.
Convention Center.
Yeah. In Hollywood, Florida. So for all our friends from the north, because Cullen's originally from Chicago, I'm originally from Wisconsin. We know what end of February, early March is like in those areas. That's one great reason, besides all the great things you're going to learn and what you're going to be able to do. But we'll wrap this up. We wanted to keep it quick. Here's the main goal Cullen and I wanted to hit, and that's get your new people there. Do them a favor. Care about them enough. And the first step to getting them there is you going. No one on your team goes if you're not going. Have your ticket. And by the way, Cullen, we did forget to mention this. Do it now, because these tickets, every day we have less and less and less. And when it sells out, you don't want to be the one who says, I was going to tell you about it, but I got busy. I didn't mention it. So sorry, can't get you there. And that's going to hurt your organization. You want to help your organization. You want to help your people. And the key to doing that is getting them their ticket now. Make sure they have it in their hands.
100%. Number one key to leadership is always leading by example, by us taking action first. That's how you know if somebody's a leader. And
that's our leadership tip for today. Take it, run with it. We can't wait to see you guys again very, very soon at an event in person. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you, Cullen.
You got it. Have a great day, everyone.